Good day, everyone. I am Jude Adrianes Alpuerto, a BS in Biology student from the University of the Philippines, Visayas Tacloban College. And in this video, I will be discussing to you about dolphins. To guide us throughout the course of this presentation, this video will be divided into several parts that will include the names, distinguishing traits, Philippine representatives, and the behavioral mechanisms of dolphins. In this video, dolphin or dolphins will refer to any members of the family Delphinidae or oceanic dolphins and Planistoidea to river dolphins. Porpoises from the family Phasinidae are thus not dolphins in this case. Orcas or killer whales are some closely related species that belong to the family Delphinidae and therefore qualify as dolphins, even though they are sometimes called whales in common language. The Delphinidae family is also known as the Globicephalidae, Stenidae, Orcinae, Lysodelphinae, and Cephalorhynchinae. They are composed of 43 different species with 17 genera. They are also known as killer whales, dolphins, pilot whales, and marine dolphins. 38 of these 43 species are oceanic dolphins, which are that most people are aware of, and 5 of them are river dolphins. Dolphins are primarily marine cetaceans from the order Cetacea, with many teeth that belong to the toothed whales, or the suborder Odontoceti, alongside with whales and porpoises, and they have a beak-like snout. The other cetacean suborder Mysticeti, which includes baleen whales. These aquatic mammals include freshwater representatives. Taxonomically speaking, dolphins are an informal group, which are composed of again the toothed cetaceans but excluding whales and porpoises. The families included as dolphins are the oceanic dolphins and river dolphins, the Delphinidae, which is again the oceanic dolphins, Platanistidae, which are the Indus and Ganges river dolphins, Inidae, or the Amazon river dolphins, Potonporidae, or the La Plata river dolphins, and the Lipotidae, which are the Baiji, or the Chinese river dolphins. There are a lot of members in the family. However, for the simplicity of discussion, I will be discussing only 5 of them, which are the Pherasa, the Grampus, Laganodelphis, Orcayella, and the Orcinus. Before we go to the individual defining characteristics of each representative species, we should first discuss the family's defining traits. Many delphinids have a distinctive head shape. The forehead appears to bulge over the beak-like rostrum due to the presence of a lens-shaped fatty deposit called a melon. This helps them focus the sound they emit during echolocation and feeding. Other delphinids have a melon, but their rostrum is short and their bulging forehead gives the head a square-shaped appearance. Most species have bodies that are sleek and streamlined. Most of their dorsal fins are usually curved or falset. Because of this variation, some species have distinctive color patterns on their bodies, while others are more or less uniform. First on our list is Pherasa attenuata. Pherasa attenuata is commonly known as the pygmy killer whale. Despite its common name, it is a small member of the oceanic dolphin family. They are frequently mistaken for false killer whales and melon-headed whales. This species is found primarily in deep waters throughout the world's tropical and subtropical regions. For more than a century, pygmy killer whales were only known from 2 fossil skulls until a live animal was discovered in 1954. They are considered naturally rare and little is known about them. They have a defining round-headed anterior, which lacks a beak, sturdier in the front and more slender from the behind. They have what is called a goatee, which is a white patch below their chin, and they grow up to 2.5 meters and can weigh for more than 160 kilograms. Next on our list is Grampus griseus, which is called the rhesus dolphin, or also known as the gray dolphins. They're commonly found among the world's oceans from temperate to tropical zones. These cetaceans prefer deeper offshore waters, particularly those near the continental shelf edge and slopes. They can dive up to 1,000 feet and hold their breath for 30 minutes. They are also very active on the seafloor. Defining characteristics of the rhesus dolphin is that they have a very robust body. They have a narrow tailstock, a bulbous anterior with a vertical crease, and a sickle-shaped dorsal fin. They have a dark to light patches on their body as it ages. This means that one of the defining characteristics of the coloration of their body can define the age of the animal. The more scratches or white patches that can be seen on the animal means that this animal is old enough. They can grow up to 3.8 meters and can weigh at more than 500 kilograms. For the Laganodelphis representative, we have the Fraser's dolphin, or also known as the Laganodelphis horsei. They can be found in deep tropical waters all over the world. They are active swimmers who travel in groups of 10 to 100 individuals, but they can travel in groups of up to 1,000. Francis Fraser, a British museum scientist, described this species in the 1956 based on a skull he discovered from a Borneo beach. However, it wasn't until 1971 that scientists discovered Fraser's dolphins in the wild. One of the defining characteristics of the Fraser's dolphin is having a robust body with a short, well-defined beak. Flippers are small and pointed, having a triangular dorsal fin. The dark stripes from the eye travels from the pectoral flipper downward. They can grow up to 2.3 meters to 2.6 meters and can weigh of up to 136 kilograms. Next, we have the Orcaella brevirostris, or also known as the Irrawaddy dolphins. The Irrawaddy dolphins have a very charismatic face with a round head and a small beak. They resemble baby belugas, but having a dorsal fin. The Irrawaddys have a very expressive face due to their movable lips and neck that creases due to their ability to move their heads in all directions. They are gray all over, having a lighter belly. Their dorsal fin is small, however, their flippers are long and large, with curved edges and rounder tips. Their tails are large as well. One of the defining characteristics of the Irrawaddy dolphins is that they have these paddle-like flippers. They can grow up to 2.3 meters to 2.7 meters and can weigh of about 150 kilograms. Lastly, from this representative is the Orcinus orca, or also known as the killer whales. Killer whales have a streamlined body that are black and white. They are black on the dorsal surface and white on the ventral surface, extending from the bottom of the chin to just beyond the anus. A white spot is also visible above the eye. A subtle spot is a gray spot behind the dorsal fin on the back of both sexes. A male adult's average length is 8 meters with a maximum length of 9.5. Females have an average length of 7 meters and a maximum length of 8.5. At birth, newborn calves range in length from 2 to 2.4 meters and weigh approximately of 136 kilograms. A male killer whale weighs up to 12 tons in general, while females have a smaller average body size and weigh lesser than males. Males have an erect dorsal fin that can reach of about 1.8 meters in height, and females and immature males have a dorsal fin that is only about 0.9 meters high. This fin curves to the either left or right. We are now done with the descriptions of the various representative species of the Delphinidae family. Next, we will be discussing their behavioral mechanisms and how they interact with other species. Dolphins are widely regarded as one of the most intelligent animals on the planet. However, determining how intelligent dolphins are is difficult because comparisons of species' relative intelligence are complicated by the differences in sensory apparatus, response mode, and cognition nature. Dolphins are social creatures that live in pods or schools that can live up to a dozen of individuals. In areas where there is a large abundance of food, pods can temporarily join, forming an aggregation known as a superpod. Such group can number up to thousands. Dolphins are known to engage in aggressive behavior toward one another. The older male dolphin is more likely to have his body covered in scars ranging in depth from other dolphins' teeth marks. It is thought that the male dolphin engage in such aggressive behavior due to the disagreements with their companions or even competition for other females. Male bottlenose dolphins have been known to commit infanticide. Dolphins have also known to kill their porpoises for unknown reasons, as porpoises do not eat the same fish as dolphins and thus do not compete for food supply. Dolphins are also willing to approach humans and interact with them in the water on occasion. In exchange, some human cultures, such as the ancient Greeks, welcomed them. A ship spotting dolphins riding in the wake was thought to be a good omen for some voyages. Herding is a method in which a superpod controls a school of fish while individual members take turns feeding by plowing them in the herd. The densely packed school of fish is commonly referred to as a bait ball. Corralling is a technique in which fish are chased to shallow water where they can be captured more easily. Dolphins have evolved the ability to see better underwater by using echolocation, also known as a sonar. Dolphins use echolocation to locate objects nearby and navigate through dark and murky waters. To accomplish this, they generate short, broad spectrum of burst pulses that sound like clicks by releasing through their blowholes. Here are some of the common representatives that can be seen in the Philippine waters. First Philippine representative of dolphins is the Pheresa attenuata, or the pygmy killer whale. As mentioned that they are rare by nature, the IUCN, or the International Union for Conservation of Nature, tagged them as data deficient since it is impossible for it to be assessed. However, Globicephala macrorhynchus, or the short-finned pilot whale, according to the 2018 assessment of the IUCN, it is considered to be a least concerned individual. The next two individuals are the Grampus gracius and Alaganodelphis jose, are also Philippine representatives of having an IUCN Red List tagging as least concerned. Lastly, we have the Orcinus orca and the Orcaella brevirostris. The killer whale, according to the IUCN, is considered as data deficient as they are usually found in the deep sea floors. It is quite true because these animals are considered to be the top predators in the ocean. They have little to no predators that can kill them aside from reported human cases. However, in contrast to that, the Irrawaddy dolphins are tagged as endangered. Irrawaddy dolphins were thought to be extinct in the Philippines for many years until a pod was spotted in the coast of Iloilo in the year 2007, and in Guimaras of around 2010. Then, in 2013, marine biologists were ecstatic when they found a pod of 20 Irrawaddy dolphins that was spotted in the Palawan waters. It was one of the largest group of such rare species ever seen anywhere in the world. Research effort predicted that the National Red List Assessment Evaluation, with the likelihood of a species being evaluated, increased as more species information was published. By modeling taxonomic group, a random variable, the underlying effect of unknown history traits, was controlled for 6 of the 30 possible species to be evaluated. 3 of the evaluated members of the superfamily Delphinoidea, with 2 of them, the spinner dolphin and the Fraser's dolphin, receiving the most attention in published research. The 3 delphinid species of Irrawaddy has one of the world's smallest population. The sperm whale, humpback whale, and dugong are the 3 other marine mammal species that have been evaluated. In this slide, we can see a research study conducted by Chongson et al. Having a local conservation status of critically endangered and a global conservation status as endangered. One of the most common threats to marine individuals and marine ecosystems in general are overfishing, oil drilling, and climate change. This affected more than just the healthcare of the oceans, as it also poses a threat to human populations that rely on the ocean for food or economic activity. The 2 primary causes of a species population decline are overharvesting of marine species and large-scale habitat loss caused by humans. Unsustainable fishing practices such as bottom trawling have harmed millions of miles of seafloor and resulted in catch rates so high that fish populations are unable to reproduce quickly enough to replenish their populations. Furthermore, offshore oil and gas drilling has resulted in a large-scale habitat degradation in the form of leaks and spills, as well as injury or even death to marine mammals during the seismic testing process. These are the references used in making this video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you've learned a lot for today.